Hi there, everybody. Good morning. Meteorologist Travis Klineski here on this Friday morning. We are looking at areas of fog this morning, mostly shallow fog, really extending from west central Nebraska through the Broken Bow and Ord area, O'Neill, Albion to Norfolk and Yankton. Right in here is where most of our fog is this morning. There are some lighter areas of fog elsewhere, but most of the fog is right in here. That burns off. We'll see mostly sunny skies today. A few upper level clouds, but otherwise mainly sunny. There could be an outside chance of a stray shower thunderstorm here to the southeast. But the better chance is going to be across western and northern areas near a surface trough. Now, the other thing I'll mention is we do have a warm front lifting through today. It's going to push northeastward here. That is going to usher in a little more heat, somewhat breezy southerly winds. As we get towards this evening, then we focus on that thunderstorm chance, isolated activity. Got the big concert going on this evening in North Platte. It's a 20% chance. So I'm not guaranteeing anything. It's just the problem is it's prime time when Eric Church performs this evening. So if you are going to be out there in North Platte, more than likely it's going to be dry, but there is that low end chance of a thunderstorm. The chances do look just a little bit better over north central Nebraska. These will diminish by around 9 or 10 o'clock. So most of it's done by 10. For sure by midnight, and I think the rest of the night looks pretty quiet right into tomorrow morning. We're going to see a hot day tomorrow. Hot, a little breezy out there, all ahead of a cold front. And once again, with that front approaching from the northwest, we could see some showers and thunderstorms spark up towards the end of the afternoon. And these same areas would have the best chance of seeing it. This time, though, they may actually hold together further into the night. So we could actually see some isolated activity farther to the south and to the southeast. Maybe even, again, a little, what we call an MCS, kind of a line of thunderstorms pushing down the Missouri River late in the night here. We'll show you that again right there. That could be a wind producer towards the Missouri River if that were to play out like that anyway. But then I think as we get into Sunday morning, we'll kind of dry things out for a time. Sunday afternoon and Sunday evening do bring most of us our best chance of rain this week behind a cold front that will basically be through most of the area by Sunday morning, other than the far southeast. Basically what we have here is we'll have an area of low pressure, a cold front right here, and a warm front right there that's going to kind of hang out in the area, and around that low is where we could see showers and storms develop during the afternoon on Sunday. We'll talk more about that in just a little bit. All right, severe weather-wise. This evening, it's a low-end chance. I was honestly surprised they included this much of a slight risk area for our area. I could see it in northern Nebraska, way up here, but farther south, I'm a little iffy on this right here. So marginal risk here, I would almost say this could probably be a marginal risk around North Platte to Thedford. But anyway, main threats, damaging wind gusts, some of which could be significant closer to the South Dakota border, and a hail threat as well. That's the large hail threat, maybe some 2-inch hail or bigger. The Dakotas look to get hit a little bit harder with this than we do. There's your wind threat right there. Again, focused to the north. And then the tornado threat looks like it's mainly going to be over South Dakota and North Dakota. Here, there's a little bit of it. I know there are a few storm chasers that are heading that way today. I will not be because I don't feel like driving that far. But looking to tomorrow, kind of the same areas, to be honest with you. Once again, wind and hail, but they may hold together just a little bit longer into the nighttime hours. And then Sunday, most of us, other than the northwest, as you get that cold front's going to be here. Again, those frontal boundaries. So as you get farther away from it, not really a severe weather threat up here, but most of us a marginal risk of severe storms, mainly for wind and hail. Although with low pressure in the area, perhaps maybe an isolated tornado or two. Highs today, upper 80s, low to mid 90s. So a little on the toasty side. For folks that are heading out, we're getting close to the end of Nebraska land days here. We've got a couple more days, but of course these are big days with the concerts going on the next couple of evenings. Well, if you're heading out to Nebraska land days today, this forecast brought to you by Slumberland Furniture. We're looking at temperatures around 76 by 10 a.m., 88 at 3 o'clock. Should be a very sun-filled day. Gets a little breezy this afternoon. We'll briefly get up into the lower 90s towards the end of the afternoon. By 8 o'clock, a small chance of a thunderstorm around 8, 9, 10 o'clock. As temperatures slip back down into the 80s. We'll be down to the 60s and low 70s tomorrow morning. Here comes the heat on your Saturday. The hottest day ahead of us for most of us. Highs into the 90s, including some upper 90s here in the south and southwest. Down into the 60s and low 70s tomorrow night into Sunday morning. Sunday, we start to get some cooler air working in from the northwest. Still some low and maybe mid 90s here to the southeast, but with that front coming through, upper 80s to around 90 in the Tri-Cities, and then cooler mid and low 80s farther to the north, even upper 70s there around Gordon. Sunday night and a Monday morning, a little cooler as well behind that front down into the 60s, 50s out west. Monday, Might be one of the coolest days ahead for most of us. Mid 80s and upper 80s for highs, maybe still near 90 in Smith Center on Monday here. So we're going to kind of settle into a weather pattern of very close to, if not barely above average highs going into next week as we move out of the month of June now, they're on Monday, and move into early July. It looks like very average or close to average temperatures and slightly active weather still continuing. Looking at that extended forecast for the Tri-Cities first, again, sunny, low 90s later today, slightly breezy. A little breezier tomorrow, mid 90s for highs, lots of sunshine, small chance of a nighttime thunderstorm. Most of Monday morning looks dry, a little cooler. Sunday afternoon, Sunday afternoon, a chance of thunderstorms. The best chance will be Sunday evening, a 60% chance of rain and thunderstorms, isolated severe weather. Some of that may linger past midnight, but mostly will dry out on Monday, a little cooler. Back up upper 80s Tuesday, Wednesday, near 90 on Thursday. Some slight chances of thunderstorms, mainly at night. There, late Tuesday night and a Wednesday morning, then again Wednesday night, Thursday morning, and again Thursday night. It looks like maybe our next best chance after Sunday is going to come a week from today on Independence Day itself. Another chance of rain and thunderstorms. We'll talk about that in just a bit. So again, outside of the big warm up tomorrow, most of our days are in the mid to upper 80s and lower 90s, which is very close to average for late June into early July. So nothing unusual about our weather coming up over the next 7 to 10 days. And the Climate Prediction Center will reflect that as well. So again, small chance of storms this evening in the North Platte area after a high in the low 90s. Mid 90s tomorrow, a slightly better chance of a thunderstorm tomorrow evening. The best chance still on Sunday afternoon, evening, but even then, it's only a 40% chance, which isn't as high as the Tri-Cities area. It will be a little bit cooler on Sunday in the mid 80s, so a nice 10-degree drop there. Mid 80s again Monday, then upper 80s, low 90s coming in as we get into early July with, again, several small chances of thunderstorms, mainly at night, in the evening and overnight hours, basically. And again, not a big difference in the North Platte area for the next 7 days. A little bit of a warm-up these next few days, and then it's mostly mid-upper 80s and lower 90s, which is within a few degrees of average most days. And the Climate Prediction Center, even beyond, the 4th of July and beyond, keeping us in that near-average high-temperature range, but also keeps us in the kind of busy weather with above average precipitation expected. Of course, monsoonal season leading to the cool and wet weather over the desert southwest, and every once in a while some of that moisture will maybe try to make its way towards us. Let's take a look at the European model over the next 9 or 10 days. Here's the thunderstorm chance this evening. Again, northern Nebraska, the best chance. Here is Saturday night, right there. Saturday evening, Saturday night. Sunday afternoon, Sunday evening will be our best chance. And then that clears out Monday morning. Small chances for early to middle portions of next week. The chances will start to get a little bit better as we get towards the end of next week, around Friday, around Independence Day. Right there. So again, that's why I think there could be some thunderstorms around for our Independence Day holiday in the afternoon and evening that we'll have to keep an eye on. Some of which might continue into next weekend, the first full weekend of July. Let's look at the GFS model as we see if there are any differences or similarities here. Again, here come the storms tonight, this evening in the west and the north. Again, North Platte, I wouldn't be too concerned for the Eric Church concert for Nebraska Land Days. Certainly South Dakota is the more active weather up there, South Dakota, North Dakota. Tomorrow evening, a slightly better chance of a couple of thunderstorms holding together. They try to push southeastward, we'll see. Sunday afternoon, right here, Sunday afternoon into Sunday night, that's our best chance of rain and thunderstorms. Really geared towards southeastern areas, southern and southeastern areas at the best chance. And then pretty small chances for the early and middle portions of next week. But again, as we get towards next Friday, Independence Day, right here, Friday afternoon, Friday night, we may be looking at some thunderstorms firing up in parts of the area. So that could interrupt our Independence Day plans just a bit here. And then that goes into the weekend, next weekend. Maybe more active weather could be sticking around for the first weekend of July. So that's about everything I have for you. You know what? I have some extra time to record today, so why not show you the zone forecast, show you some of our other slightly smaller towns around the area here. We'll start you off with the look at the northwest areas here. Again, Some late day thunderstorms, otherwise a lot of sun until that happens. Maybe some early fog in a few spots out there, especially up around O'Neill and Spencer. Lower 90s for the most part, maybe upper 80s around Atkinson and Spencer, 91 in Tryon, Stapleton. We'll go with 92 degrees in North Platte, 97 in Atwood, Kansas, 97 as well as Binkelman, Nebraska. And again, maybe a couple of evening thunderstorms right in here. Isolated thunderstorms might get to about Highway 83. 95 in Franklin, 92 Kearney and Minden, 91 in Loop City. We'll go with 94 in Fairbury, Hebron, 92 Geneva, as well as Aurora, 91 in St. Paul, Grand Island, Central City, 90 in Plattsmouth and Auburn. Probably going to be dry here with a lot of sunshine today. Some morning fog burning off, and then mostly sunny skies, upper 80s and lower 90s in these locations. All right, I am all out of time. Thank you, everybody, for watching. I hope it's a wonderful weekend ahead, and I will see you all again next Monday on the final day of June. Talk to y'all later. Take care, and God bless. Bye.